this morning. I am here. I just got some very, very sad news a few minutes ago. So I'm asking everybody to pray for Pastor John. He is in the hospital, had a heart attack, and is fighting for his life right now. And his family asked to be put on all the prayer lines and all the people praying for him. So John has been on WAPN probably, I want to say 30 years. I mean, John started on the station back when my mom would record people at her house. So my mom would record the different pastors at their house. And of course, my mom would cut up an apple and stuff. You know, you don't get all that when you get me. But my mom started. Over the years, it changed from different people. And then I have been recording Pastor John for, I'd say, 15 years, 18 years, 20 years, something like that. John actually was one of the 5 pastors that married Tim and I. And you could go, 5 pastors, Shelley. Well, I want to make sure we got married. No, just kidding. I wanted to have, I know so many pastors, and I wanted to have so much marriage around us when we got married. And John Jay actually did the unity candle, and he was so sick that day. He had the flu and he didn't want to let me down. So he came to the wedding, did the unity, and left. He was so sick. And he's just a special man in my life. Him and Hema have been in my life for so many years. And you know, I record them on Mondays and Tuesdays, and grandkids together, and just lots of stuff, and just a very special man in my life. And so to get that text early this morning was not fun, but I know that we serve an awesome God, and I know that God's got a plan. He's at the hospital. He's got the best doctors, the best nurses, an army of people in the waiting room praying for him. So we're just reaching out to everybody. If you all please pray for Pastor John Jay, that he needs a miracle this morning. And I believe in miracles. I believe in angels among us. So I believe with all my heart that there's going to be a good report when the doctor comes in about an hour. So just pray. Also, I cannot find the piece of paper this morning. Sorry, Russell. Russell Holloway and his wife are doing a marriage thing next week, and they are having a seminar right here in Daytona Beach. And I know that they still have an opening. Well, as of last night, I didn't text them this morning, but they have one opening left for one husband and wife to come and be part of their marriage thing. It's got all these different principles. It just kind of has you reevaluate and re-strengthen your marriage. You could be just newly married. You could be married forever. But he's doing a special for this one last couple to join in, and that is next weekend. So if you would like more information about that, or you would like Russell Holloway's phone number, it is 386-212-3634 is the number I have. But I thought he had a Georgia number. And the flyers are all gone this morning, so I couldn't find one. So anyways, that's Russell Holloway. You could always text me. I can text him. We can get a hold of him. But marriage seminar, that's next weekend, looking for one more couple that would like to join in with them. So those are kind of my announcements for the morning. Also, Tomoka Christian Center is doing their Halloween thing tonight. So if you want a safe place to take your children, and they usually do it up pretty good. It's like a street of trunk-or-treaters. And so what a great place to go is Tomoka Christian Center on Han Avenue in Ormond Beach. They're going to have free food, trunks, games, and good music. Shane will be there doing the music, so you know it's going to be good. Allison always does such a nice booth, and I saw she had all kinds of yummy chocolate, and that is from 6 to 8 p.m. tonight at Tomoka Christian Center in Ormond Beach. Now, my PSA for the day is, I know we're Christians, and I know you don't want to talk about Halloween because it's not good, but there's going to be children on the roads tonight. There's going to be children in costume walking from house to house, going to different events. We need to be alert people, pay attention, slow your roll down. You know, don't be in such a hurry, backing out of your driveway or whatever. Pay attention and be safe for the children tonight. Next up, of course, football, because you know I do love me some football. Last night, Tim and I went and took care of Shadow, my grand dog, I guess it is. Yeah, it's a grand dog. So we had to go over there and take care of Shadow, and Shadow was such a good dog. And so we went and hung out with Shadow for about a half hour, and then we came home and we were watching some TV. You know, I'm a Survivor girl. I love the show Survivor. And so we were watching that, and I could never, ever be on Survivor. I just could not. This one girl that is on there right now, her first food after 12 days. I mean, 12 days. I know you can do it if you just have water, but they're doing all these challenges and all this stuff. No. And they're sleeping in the elements. No. My idea of Survivor is Holiday Inn. I know. I just want to put it out there. So, but that is one of my favorite shows to watch. So we were watching Survivor, and then we watched a little football. Last night was the Ravens and the Dolphins. The Ravens won 28, Dolphins 6. So sorry, Marks and Billy, because I know that's your team. We don't play till Sunday afternoon at 4:25, which is, I don't like late games, but 4:25 is way better than night games. I heard that there's going to be a game like at 10 o'clock at night. I can't even imagine starting to watch football at 10 o'clock at night. Seabreeze football is tonight at the big stadium. Free hot dogs tonight. Yep, if you go to the game. So my granddaughter will be one of the girls cheering tonight. So just pray for them as they're driving there and driving back, for a hedge of protection over them. Like I said, a lot of people on the roads, a lot of dark costumes. So we need to pay attention as we're going. Shout out to yesterday. I love it when my pastors and my ministries know me so well. And so yesterday, Clay was coming to record, him and his lovely wife. And we always hang out together while he records. And they brought me my favorite Pop-Tart. Now, it's not like a Pop-Tart that you get at the normal store. Okay, that is not my favorite Pop-Tart. It is from a place up in Ormond Beach on Granada, and it was even the right flavor. And oh, that was so kind of them. I just love it when my pastors know me. And so that was so kind and so thoughtful of them. They're such sweet people. And then they brought wet ones because, I'm a junior leaguer and we're collecting wet ones. I know we do the diaper drive, and I've been big into the diaper drive the last couple of years. And now I'm actually helping distribute them, which is something I always wanted to do, is figure out. I like numbers. I like to see how it works out. I like to see the people. I just love that kind of stuff. Well, I noticed that we don't get very many wet ones. And so this year I kind of moved my focus towards wet ones. And so I brought 70 something packages of wet ones when I was there last week. And so I'm gathering them up now. I go in 2 weeks again. And so I would like to bring 100 packages of wet ones. So if you would like to participate with me with Junior League and wet ones, you can drop them by the radio station at 1508 State Avenue right here in Holly Hill. If I'm not here, there's a green crate by the door. Just put it in the crate. It will trigger a camera and I will run back up and get them. But that's for the little babies. I don't know if you know, but Junior League is the only diaper bank here in Central Florida that we give away diapers, and we work with 15 different organizations, and they order the different diapers for the different families. We package them up in packages of 28. I guess they figured that's like a 3 days worth of diapers. And then some people, ask for wet ones. We don't have wet ones for everyone, but you need wet ones. So it's just kind of been a thing to me, is that I want to be part of the wet one part. So, like I said, I would love to be able to, give them 100, 150 packages of wet ones every time I volunteer. That would be amazing. So thank you so much for bringing me wet ones yesterday so I could do that. And that's just something special to me. I was a single mom years back, and it was hard. Diapers were hard. And, you have to have diapers to take your child to daycare. And so I get it. And I'm just honored to be part of Junior League and part of the diaper bank. And Michelle does an amazing job at the diaper bank. I mean, she just rocks it. I mean, we gave away 14,000 diapers or something last month. And so she is amazing, but that is a need that is great. And as a grandmother, now that I don't have to buy diapers for anybody or wet ones or anything, or keep them at my house when the baby stops by, because I was always that grandmother. If you came by my house, I always had formula. I always had those things. So now, as I'm out shopping and I pick them up and I put them in the back of my car, and then when I go to Junior League, I donate them. And so if you would like to donate diapers, they need the bigger sizes or wet ones, you're more than welcome to drop them off here at WAPN. And I would love to be a blessing to Junior League for that. So last day of October, and I got everything done. Woohoo! Yes, I did. I'm so proud of myself, because there was a moment or two yesterday that I didn't think I was going to get everything done. But I did, and I'm so thankful to have got everything caught up for both businesses. Thank you, Jesus. It has been a busy month. The month has just flown on by. I did have something really cool happen to me that's kind of weird. I had a gun stolen from me years ago. I am a concealed weapon permit holder, so you know that. I mean, I did everything legit, and it was stolen. And I knew a pastor of mine had told me that if they ever recover it, they'll try to track you down and give it back to you. Well, I actually got the phone call, and I actually was able to get mine back yesterday. It's kind of eerie, weird feeling, but it was kind of cool also. And so I went and did that yesterday. Just the things that God has done, you know, even though that's weird and eerie and kind of cool at the same time, I'm thankful. You know, you never know. You just got to be careful out there, and you've got to be prayed up, and you've got to protect yourself, you protect your family. And I don't know, this last couple weeks, I've just been thinking a lot about a lot of different things, and God has just been showing up and showing out and doing things that I didn't expect. And so have your eyes open, have your ears listening. God is going to do something that you've been praying about, that you've been holding on to, that you've been saying, you know, God, I'm done. I'm over it. I just need this. I just need a sign. I need whatever. Well, I'm a signs and wonders kind of girl. And I believe with all my heart that it's God's timing, not our timing. And, you know, that's something I have been challenged on, and I've been strengthened on, and I've been held to over the years, is not understanding God's timing, but realizing his timing is the best timing. It might not feel like it when it's happening, but he's got the best timing. And so, you know, getting that text this morning to somebody I really care about, a pastor that's been in my heart for years in my life, and getting that text, my heart just shattered. We went back and forth for a few minutes, and it's like, please put on the prayer chain. I am honored to have WAPN, and the fact that I have probably 100 pastors in my phone that I can reach out to be praying, and that we will be praying around the world for this pastor. You know, we chose not to do political on WAPN when we got its license over 40 years ago. We chose not to try to get grants and all those things because we wanted to be a praying station. We did not want to be governed by any rules or anything. I mean, I know we have regulations from the FCC and the FAA. I don't mean it that way. But not being able to pray. WAPN started with prayer line 40 years ago. That was the first thing we did here at WAPN was pray. And I am honored that 40 years later, we can still stand in the gap and pray for families and pray for pastors and pray for the needs. So as you're going through today, if you could just lift up, I actually have a couple pastors that are dealing with medical stuff. But Pastor John is in the hospital right now fighting for his life. And I'm honored that WAPN can reach out and pray for him and his family, and that we are a family. You know, we're one big family here. When one of us hurts, we hurt. When one of us rejoices, we rejoice. When one of us has a baby or a grandchild or whatever, we all stand in it together. So I'm just asking you, please pray for him today. And, you know, don't leave your house mad at the person. Don't leave things unsettled. Don't have any woulda, coulda, shoulda, wouldas. I'm very thankful that I never had any of those with my parents. It was all on the table. I'll never have that with Tim. It's all on the table. And I'm very thankful for that. But there's somebody out there today that is struggling. There's somebody out there today that, you know, gets mad and holds a grudge, or gets mad and carries it, or slams the door, or leaves, or whatever. And you just need to know. You don't know what can happen a second later. Love unconditionally. Love with all your heart. Love 300%. Do that thing that you wanted to do. Live life. Don't save for that day that maybe you'll go on that vacation, or, you know, do that. Tim and I date. Tim and I do. We do our things. We get our bikes out. We laugh. We have fun. We go to the game. You know, we go take care of the dog last night and make it fun. Don't have any woulda, coulda, shouldas. Love unconditionally today. Well, let me get my favor on. Let me get out of here. I got a lot to do today. God wants to be involved in the little things of everyday life, not just the big things. And that's kind of how I feel. You know, he knows everything. He knows every hair on your head. He knows everything that's coming and everything that's gone. So allow him to be part of your life. It is Friday, October 31st, 2025. The weather today is cold. I'm in sweats today. High of 68 today with low 50. Madison 68 with low 44. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday, Scarlett and Guy and Josh and everybody else that's celebrating a birthday, anniversary, whatever you're celebrating. Today is national, of course, it's Halloween Day, but it's breadstick day. There's priorities, people. It's breadstick day. Remember to pay attention as you're out on the roads tonight. And, don't judge other people. Be the only Jesus somebody sees today. You might be the only Jesus that comes into that person's life today. Have a smile, have good nature, and be kind. And remember to pray for Pastor John.